Used to be the only kind of junk mail arrived in your mailbox and cluttered your desk. Well, today it also arrives in your inbox and clutters your desktop. Tonight we're going to help you do a little spring cleaning on your computer. Just when you thought you had gotten spam under control, it creeps back in and attacks.
Sometimes you literally have, 35 or 40,000 different programs crawling all over the internet trying to find people to spam at any given moment.
It's just bad. They usually end up getting the information, like my email, off from my company website and start sending it that way, and it's just daily. There's like hundreds of it. It's terrible.
Probably 25% of all emails are spam there, that are unsolicited advertisements that we don't want to see.
I get all kinds of junk email. A lot of it is, obscene, and of course we've got a lot of filters and things that filter that stuff out, but it just takes a lot of time to filter through everything you get.
Even the operations manager of a high-tech company is trying to get a handle on junk email. Lately, it's gotten much worse.
Yeah, it seems like I'm getting a lot more, and it seems like they're getting smarter at what they're doing to be able to get them to pass through the way they're formatting the emails. Spammers
are getting smarter. How do they do it? Lang Martin of Coptix in Chattanooga can track the recent increases in spam. He links some of it to holiday computer purchases.
Innovations in spam that were harder to block, and there was also a bunch of really bad viruses that went around at the end of last year, so there were a lot more people's home computers that were being used to send the spam. And it got really bad, and then it got a little bit better in January, which they think actually had to do with people buying new computers for Christmas and throwing out their old computers, which were more likely to be the ones that had been taken over by a virus. And now it's getting bad again, because now all of the new Christmas computers have been on the internet long enough to have viruses on them and start sending out spam.
So many additional emails that are trying to be very personal, addressed so personally, and you just immediately have to delete them.
Teacher Karen George doesn't open anything that looks like spam, but her students rely on being able to contact her.
I have told them to be very specific in the subject line. Some of them have very crazy addresses, so it may not look like them, but to write in the subject line, a paper or having to do with school or Miss George, address it to me, and so then I will open it.
And what about one of the most prevalent spam emails, those stock quotes that come in every day?
The goal is to inflate the price of the stock by having a few people buy those stocks. But they don't get a lot of people, but if you send out 5 million messages and you get 0.1%, it's still a lot of people.
If you're getting lots of spam, it's not necessarily something you've done.
It's a lot more likely to be randomly generated, where they'll connect to Hotmail or something, and they'll just pull out a dictionary of things that seem like they might be parts of email addresses and start creating random addresses and just sending stuff. There's not really, at this point, there's no way to keep spam out of your mailbox without having good filters.
The recommendation is to get help.
Find somebody to run your email who can actually stop it. Gmail is pretty good, and is a free service that Google runs. And Google certainly has the sort of technical prowess to be able to keep up with this stuff to some extent. And the main thing is you just need to avoid providers who can't stop it.
Once again, to reiterate what he said, use a large email provider that can filter out the spam for you. The larger ones will do a better job because of the mass emails they get. Their programs are better equipped to detect spam.
I'm willing to try it.
Yeah. Sorry there's not any magic thing you can email and hope to stop it all, but at least you can rely on a provider, and a lot of places, workplaces are doing a good job of filtering it out as well.
That's true, much better than we can do at home sometimes. Well,